I refuse to spend money on as a financially responsible 25-year-old with 6 figures in my savings and investments and wanting to become a millionaire by 30. Starting off with items on sale. I know this makes no sense because Mia, aren't you frugal? But the whole point is, if you're buying something on sale, did you actually originally want it or were you buying it because you thought it was a good deal? The only time I'll actually buy something on sale is if I literally wanted it was on my wish list, I have the link for it and I check it and then it's on sale, 100%. But other than that, I'm not shopping a sale website. Number 2 is branded clothing. I know we're kind of over this anyway because there was like that whole logo mania trend and now everything is quite luxury. As a kid, I always thought I wanted to wear logos because that would make me cool, but now as an adult, I feel like embarrassed if something has a logo. Particularly as a now turned content creator slash influencer, I do see it as basically an advertisement. Number 3 is convenience unless it has a really high return on investment. For example, I would be happy to do a meal prep service, which I recently invested in, and that was because I would use that extra hour to go to the gym or film extra content, something that would have either a health benefit or a financial benefit. I don't just outsource tasks because I'm lazy. For example, I would never get a takeaway because to me it's just really overpriced and I'd rather go to the restaurant, but I will splurge on a food prep service, so you see the difference. Number 4 is home decor. I just don't spend money on this because I rent at the moment and I feel like once I have my forever home, I will eventually splurge more on this, but I think that'll be in my 30s. It's really not a priority for me now, and any home decor I do have was either a present or it was collected over time or it was just a souvenir. I've never actually gone out and spent a lot of money on home decor. Number 5 is occasion wear. I literally wear the same 2 or 3 dresses to every event. And yes, that does make me look boring, and sometimes I do feel like I don't look as put together as other people. I'd rather feel like that than spend £250 on a new dress every time I want to go out. And obviously, because the internet hates nuance, just doing these things alone will not get you to a 6-figure net worth. It was obviously increasing my income. For me, being frugal is financial intelligence. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and follow for more.
The way you understand me, the way you move, the way you just whisper me, the way you touch, the way you used to kiss me.
Act like FU money has to be crazy amounts of money, like £500,000 or £1 million, but the truth is when you're getting to these massive numbers, you will pass varying levels of FU money along the way. What is FU money? It's money that you have that means you can say no to people, jobs or opportunities that don't align with you or your values. And the more that you increase
the amount of FU money you have,
the more power you have. The first bit of FU money that you'll ever have is your first £1,000. 20% of adults in the UK would not be able to cover an emergency cost of over £1,000 without going into debt. So this £1,000 is a massive FU to anyone that tries to control you when you don't have this. Number 2 is your first £10,000. For a lot of people, depending on average salaries, this is the amount of money they'd need to have an emergency fund, enough money for 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses, and that covers essential things like rent and bills. This is a secret FU to an employer that thinks that they can control you and that you need that job. It gives you the security to know that if you lost your job, you would have time to find another one, or if your boiler breaks down or something like that. Number 3 is your first £100,000. This is still seen as the benchmark of you're on your way to becoming rich. So when this idea was introduced, it was in the 90s, so obviously inflation has inflated that number. True meaning of it has not changed. It's once you
get to those 6 figures,
it becomes easier and quicker to reach the next milestone. Compound interest becomes more visible. You're able to do more things with that £100,000. Number 4 is your first £1 million, which many of you will be now switching off thinking that is not relevant to me. And while it may be completely unrealistic based on averages, this is something that I'm trying to pursue in my 20s and 30s. For me, £1 million is the ultimate sign of FU money because at that point, I wouldn't even need to work. I would be work optional. That doesn't mean that I don't enjoy working. I would still be doing what I love, but at that point, I would just be financially untouchable. These are varying levels of FU money. I feel like the most important one is the first, getting to your first £1,000. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and follow for